Good day. This is Mike McDonough, Senior Consultant and Architect with Stone Door Group. Today, we'll be taking a look at how Ansible Automation Platform can be used to dramatically increase the efficiency, lower the cost of converting your CentOS 7 servers over to RHEL or Red Hat Enterprise Linux, and then upgrading those RHEL 7 servers from 7 to 8 and 8 to 9. Before we dive into the Ansible details, let's take a look at the Red Hat provided utilities for this process. First utility that we want to take a look at is called Convert to RHEL. Red Hat has extensive documentation on this utility, describes the prerequisites, walks through the step-by-step to successfully convert your CentOS servers over to Red Hat Enterprise Linux. The second utility is called Leap. Again, awesome documentation from Red Hat on this utility, 17-page PDF that walks us through step-by-step all the prerequisites, the gotchas, and describes how to execute this utility. In both cases, a competent Linux administrator can complete this conversion and upgrade process, in 2 to 3 hours for a given server. The key with Ansible is that instead of taking 2 to 3 hours for an admin to convert and upgrade one server, with Ansible, we can make the process repeatable. It can scale, and instead of taking hours per server, we can get it down to minutes per server. So let's take a look at the Ansible required to automate the conversion and upgrade process. First thing I'd like to show you is a playbook here. This is our playbook, convert to rel.yaml. This playbook is very simple, set some variables, and we call 3 roles: convert, upgrade 7 to 8, and then upgrade 8 to 9. So let's take a look at the roles now. So this is our first role, convert. We're taking a look at our tasks file now. There's a number of straightforward tasks: downloading a repository file, downloading key, installing the actual convert to RHEL package. We then do some changes with entitlements, make sure we have the right keys in place, installs our Catello package from the satellite server. In this case, we're using Catello, but certainly you could use any of the other authentication methods. In this particular use case, in the demo that we're going to show here in a few minutes, we are using a local satellite 6.13 server to hold the repositories necessary for the conversion and upgrade process. So again, some more keyworks, putting a custom repo in file. There are a couple of packages that this particular convert playbook is removing, and I'll talk a little bit more about why it does that in just a moment or two. So then we go through a conversion phase, pre-conversion actually, running convert TL, RHEL, and then actually running the conversion itself. Very straightforward. After the conversion is done, it'll reboot, then update some of our repos, update our subscriptions, and make sure everything is in place correctly on the now RHEL 7 server. After the server is converted, we then run a role called upgrade 7 to 8. And again, this is a very straightforward role: cleaning the yum cache, installing the Leap upgrade package, running Leap in the pre-upgrade process, creating an answer file for Leap, does some updates to SSHD config, and then actually runs the Leap upgrade. After the upgrade, it reboots, updates our repos again, and installs, in this case, an extra PHP package, again, tied to the particular use case and demo that we're going to show. Lastly is our upgrade 8 to 9 role, very similar to the previous. Removes the old Leap package, installs the new one, runs the pre-upgrade, runs the actual upgrade, and then reboots. So very straightforward. However, this saves administrator hours of work. If we look now at our Ansible automation platform here, we have a job template set up, convert to CentOS to RHEL, and it's running our playbook that we just looked at, convert to RHEL. So let's go ahead and we'll kick that off here momentarily, but let's talk about our demo first. So we've got a couple of test servers set up, and these test servers here both start with CO7. These are both CentOS 7 servers, and each is running a simple PHP web application. And the reason we chose that is that, a lot of times in the upgrade process, you will run into incompatibilities issues, specifically things like Python 2 versus Python 3 differences, that sort of thing. So in this case, we've actually bake this into our demo. We've got 2 servers with HTTPD, PHP installed. And if we come back and look at our convert role here, and the upgrade roles, some of the extra steps in certain terms of installing PHP, I think that was here, installing our PHP FPM package, for example. These are to ensure that we have the right versions of these packages installed so the applications work after the upgrade. Now let's take a look at this automation in action. We'll go back here to automation platform and take a look at our job template, convert CentOS to RHEL upgrade, runs our playbook, convert to RHEL.yaml. Go ahead and click the launch button. Go ahead and put our limit value in. Limit, notice that we're putting in two servers, -0 and -1, so that the conversion and upgrade process will run in parallel against both hosts. Click the next button, click launch, and our job is started. Now, this job will take a minute or two to spin up the execution environment. While it's doing that, a couple of things. The main one is that as a Linux administrator, I don't have to sit here and watch this. I don't have to babysit it. It takes less than a minute to log into Ansible automation platform, select the job template, click launch, put a limit value in, and I can now go about my day doing other productive work while this upgrade is running. And this could have been, in this case, where you're doing 2 servers, but it certainly could be 10, 100 servers at a time, however many you need to convert in your environment, and with very minimal manual effort. Our job is running. Notice it's running against both of our hosts, -0 and -1. It's downloaded a repo file, installed the package. It's now installing the client package from our satellite server, and it's going to continue. We'll come back as the process has progressed. One of the things, though, before we do that, to show that the servers here, this PHP, to kind of prove that it works, here's our PHP file. It is actually, and it returns John Albert. That's the key here. Now our upgrade is in process. Let's take a look here at the server from the command line. I'm logged into the server. Let's take a look at our etc release file. And you can see that we are on CentOS, in this case 7.9. We'll check this after the conversion and upgrade process, verify that it's on RHEL, and verify that it's on Red Hat Enterprise Linux 9. Now let's take a look at the automation job in progress. So you can see here that the automation has actually gotten to the point of running the RHEL upgrade. The conversion from CentOS to RHEL is complete. And take a look at our terminal here. I'm logged into each of the servers. Here's the -0 server, the 7.9. And we'll take a look at the release file again. And you can see now that we're on Red Hat Enterprise Linux 7.9. Our -1 server, a similar story. Taking a look at our release file, we're now on RHEL 7.9. We'll come back after the upgrade to 8 and 9 is complete. Okay, the automation is completed. Upgrade process from RHEL 7 to 8 to 9 for both of our servers. We can see our job is finished. Both servers are reporting okay, no failures, so we're in good shape there. Let's go ahead and check our release files and see where we're at. So let's start with our -0 server. SSH back into it. Take our release file, and you can see now we are on RHEL 9.2. Second server, also on RHEL 9.2. If we look at our applications here, this is the same application, and again, it had a dependency on our Python version. And both applications are still working, and our PHP script is still returning John Albert as per before the upgrade. So to recap here, with Ansible Automation Platform, can greatly increase the efficiency of upgrading, or first converting, our CentOS 7 servers to RHEL, and then upgrading them from RHEL 7 to 8 to 9 as needed. That process can accommodate things like different Python versions, Perl versions, and other issues that do impact, from the application viewpoint, that do impact the upgrade process. We can accommodate those in the Ansible playbooks. I want to thank you very much for your time today. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to Stone Door Group at stonedoorgroup.com. Thank you.